Hola, buenos días, good morning. If everyone
Kate,
could please
good
take their
morning.
seats. The authorities have joined us in the room, and we will begin the the closing ceremony very shortly. We are a bit ahead of schedule, which is always great news. So just bear with us for a couple moments. Please take your seats. Por favor, tomen asiento. Comenzaremos en unos minutos. We'll begin in just one more minute. Please take your seats, and thank you.
Should a machine have an impact on human life?
Do autonomous systems protect our critical assets and act as a deterrent?
Can the information managed by AI truly help to mitigate collateral damage in conflict?
Will AI enable us to enhance the effectiveness of our peacekeeping and humanitarian missions?
Should we consider risks only from the deliberately irresponsible use of AI, or is uninformed use equally dangerous?
True power does not lie in the technology itself, but in how we, as people, choose to use it. Failing to adopt AI in time, or doing so without a solid technical foundation, creates a military disadvantage. Responsible AI in the military domain can enhance rather than diminish operational effectiveness compared with less regulated alternatives. Military personnel must understand that AI systems developed under responsible governance can be both ethical and highly effective. We must build AI that reaches everyone equally and ensures proper operational effectiveness worldwide. Consequently, we must achieve greater knowledge and training in AI, its proper use, benefits, and risks, ensuring accountable, transparent, and unbiased decision-making. And we must never forget the power of experience and of working together, sharing visions, studies, and lessons learned. Because AI manages and amplifies our knowledge, it should become the mirror of our work and principles. The success of this debate will depend on fostering an open and inclusive environment that draws perspectives from broad geographic and sectoral diversity. A responsible and ethical application of AI in the military domain means nothing less than putting it to the service of security and using it for good to build a better and safer world for everyone. If we want to protect our freedom, our peace, and our way of life, our joint effort will be our greatest strategy.
Welcome, everyone. Buenos días, vos días. We are getting started with our closing ceremony. I hope all of the attendees had a very productive and fun, why not, time at the summit. And I hope you got to see all the activities that were happening yesterday and during this morning. We've talked about many key concepts such as operational AI, transparency, bias in data sets, and how we can translate governance into a reality, given the technological and the cultural landscape that we live in currently. For our closing ceremony, we were expected to have our Minister for Foreign Affairs, José Manuel Albares. Sadly, he couldn't join us, but we are still hearing his words through the Director General for Foreign Policy and Security from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, European Union and Cooperation, Alberto Ucelay. Please welcome him on stage with a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Alcaldesa, Secretaria de Estado,
Mayor of A Coruña, Secretary of State, Ministers, Vice Ministers, delegates, distinguished delegates, good morning to all of you, and thank you for being here today and for taking part in this REAIM summit organized by the Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs, European Union and Cooperation, and by the Ministry of Digital Transition and the local council of A Coruña. I would like to thank the representatives of the Netherlands and the Republic of Korea, co-organizers of this summit and the two previous summits in The Hague and Seoul. I would like to thank Korea, France, Pakistan and Kenya for the excellent organization of the regional consultations that have given us the opportunity to spread the advances of REAIM in a moment where we are going through deep changes in the international system. It is of fundamental importance to highlight our commitment to multilateralism. No country can actually face on its own the new challenges that we are facing, or taking the benefits that, making the most of the advantages of the new technologies. We, Spain, aspire to lead international initiatives that are inclusive and that give us the opportunity to advance towards a responsible AI. This is the only way that we can actually make the most of the potential of AI by reducing to the maximum the risks coming from its use. This is why we want to advance towards a better understanding of artificial intelligence, its benefits, the opportunities that it gives us, and also the risks that it entails. So we are replacing the Netherlands and the Republic of Korea in this initiative of REAIM. This summit that is being held in A Coruña, which is where the headquarters of the Spanish Organization for the Supervision of AI is based. We continue the call to action of the first summit and the plan for action, or the blueprint for action from 2024. This is essential to continue raising awareness about the implications of AI in the military domain and a response for this. The plan for action of Seoul identified the basic principles of this proposal. So Spain thinks that it is time to take a step further towards the adoption of realistic, specific measures. We aspire to translate in principles into tangible action in the document Pathways for Action of A Coruña. This is why we need to be based on a use of AI that respects the principles of the UN Charter and international law, highlighting international humanitarian law and human rights. We believe that AI has to be developed within the framework of an approach that is a human-centered approach. Human control and responsibility have to be preserved at all times, especially when it comes to taking critical decisions such as the use of force. It is also essential that the advance of this technology is made in favor of international peace and security. We need to advance in fostering transparency and a culture of mutual trust. This is why we defend the creation of measures to foster trust. It is also very important to promote the transfer of knowledge, to share good practices, and to reduce and bridge the gap between the various regions on the development and responsible use of AI. Spain defends the multisectorial nature of REAIM due to its inherent legal, economic, social nature of the AI, or the importance in this sense of the AI. To achieve a deep understanding of this, we need to analyze this technology through a number of perspectives from different professional realms. Of course, the military domain is very sensitive. The development of AI happens in the academic and civil realms. The civil society has a lot to contribute to this debate that requires the scientific dimension and also the ethical and legal dimensions, with a view to ensuring its responsible use. Only through cross-cutting, inclusive dialogue, we're going to be able to achieve an appropriate understanding of AI and to promote its responsible use in the field of the military and the defense. In this sense, I would like to thank the Global Commission for their report, Responsibility by Design, which has been essential to identify specific measures and to guide the debates that we have had over the last few days. We recognize the report of the Secretary General Antonio Guterres, AI in the military domain and its implications for international security and peace, as well as the resolutions of the General Assembly as fundamental steps in this debate. All of this, together with the work of UNIDIR in the preparation of this summit, show the central role that the UN have to play in the pathway of global understanding and governance of these technologies. This role is compatible with the process of REAIM as a benchmark in the generation of ideas that can be incorporated to the open processes in the system of the UN. To be able to do this, REAIM needs to establish a permanent dialogue with the UN, working in effective frameworks for the responsible use of AI in the military domain. Thank you to all of you for being here today and yesterday, and for the very lively debates that we have experienced. I really think that we are one step further to ensuring a future that combines technological progress and responsible use of AI. We will continue advancing together in this pathway. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think the words we just heard really sum up some of the most important topics that were discussed during this summit. I want to thank all the authorities that are present here today. I want to thank all the attendees, because of course this wouldn't be possible without every single one of you, those who are already in Coruña and those of you who had to travel all the way here. We want to thank the city, of course, for hosting and allowing us to be part of its life for a couple of days. And the only thing that's left for me to say is that this is officially the end of our closing ceremony, but we will continue in this auditorium with the plenary sessions in just a couple of minutes. I just need, again, everyone to stay in their seats. I know I've said this way too many times, but I just need the authorities to leave the room, and then we will continue, as I said, in only a couple of minutes. So in order to close this ceremony, I wanted to ask for a final round of applause for all of the speakers that have been on stage and for the organization of the event. Thank you very much.